Welcome to AG's Ace. There is a lot being said about the performance of the Indian shooters at the Tokyo Olympics. There is a very strong opinion saying that the Indian shooters have let down India very badly. But there are certain elements involved. Of course, there is another viewpoint that they are very young, so quite a few 19-year-olds. So they should be given more exposure. They should be back, fair enough. But let's take a look at what exactly is going on behind the scenes, and what, very importantly, is the chief of the National Rifle Association of India, Raninder Singh, saying. India has been badly let down at the Tokyo Olympics by its much hyped shooters. That seems to be the common refrain. So what went wrong? Were the shooters underprepared? Were they mentally not strong enough to take the pressure of a world stage? Those are the questions which are being very openly asked. There's a lot floating around on social media. What happened to the lead up of their Olympic campaign? So NRAI President Raninder Singh conceded that some of the young shooters who have competed at the games so far fell to the Olympic pressure. Raninder's comments came after India's pistol shooters flattered to deceive in the first ever 10-meter air pistol mixed team event at the games. And there was a lot of hope being pinned on these events. And even before they went, there was this buzz that these bunch of players would net quite a few medals for India, but that hasn't happened. Raninder also shed light on the differences that led to the split between the highly rated Manu Bhaker and her coach Jaspal Rana, who was instrumental in helping the 19-year-old shooter peak consistently at the highest level in the Olympic cycle. A lot was expected of Manu and Saurabh Chaudhary at the games after their consistent showing at major tournaments, but Manu failed to qualify for the 10-meter air pistol women's final after an equipment malfunction. That was pretty unfortunate. She lost close to 6 minutes. That rattled her later. And while a few pro shooters have still backed her a lot, saying she did still remarkably well under that kind of unfortunate pressure, but the fact is that she got knocked out. Saurabh qualified for the final of the 10-meter air pistol men's event after topping the qualification round, but he finished 7th. The likes of Abhishek Verma and Yashaswini Deswal also failed to make the cut in both the individual and the mixed team event. So there are a few quotes from Raninder Singh which I just want to present before you, and they're very interesting. He says, "At the end of the day, the only thing I have to say is I can't excuse non-performance, but I can only say this. Remember that most of them are 19-year-olds. These are not adults. Some of them have fallen to the infamous Olympic pressure. There is nothing else I can say." Now, India traveled to Tokyo with Ronak Pandit overseeing the pistol shooters. He was working with Manu Bhaker in Croatia after the teenage shooter had a fallout with Jaspal Rana. Again, Raninder comes in and he says, before Croatia, not in Croatia, I think in Delhi, there was a lot of internal factionalism among the pistol coaches. That was addressed in an 8-page letter by me. It's for reasons best known to him and the athletes concerned. They are unable to work together. This is not China, where we live, where I can't dictate to people that you will do this and that. They have to be willing to work with each other. Now, I feel that Raninder should have said all of this and owned up to it before the event and not afterwards. If anything is wrong or right, has to be in principle and not judged by the outcome. Now, if Manu Bhaker had won, then what would have happened? No discussions, I suppose. The organization should have selected the team with the coach and not left it to personal whims. The China remark also does not cut much ice because the Chinese deliver ruthlessly, and let's accept that. Shooting has a couple of world events in a year, and this is important. Some of these world championships often do not have top players as they follow a certain schedule. Hence, the understanding or evaluation of a player is often done poorly. Look at where you have won and against whom. That is critical. Media is also guilty for overhyping individuals, as this is a nation starved of success. So there are many who latch onto these celebs like leeches, and the end result is a fiasco. Shooting has attracted talent along the way due to the funding quotient improving considerably, yet that alone won't be enough. Let's face it, what happened at Tokyo was very embarrassing. Let us also not say that 19-year-olds are not adults. We have teenagers winning gold at Tokyo. while our venerable sports editors want to protect youngsters on the premise, apna time aayega. If you represent India at the big games, then there will be pressure to perform. So be it. It comes with the territory. Thanks for watching AG's Ace.